healthy mind. I came up with that. Assistant required in the student union.
Good morning, I'm Felicity Bellbottoms and you're listening to Campus Radio. Later in the show, we'll be discussing another hot student topic. Old meat. How grey is too grey? That and much, much more coming right up.
Frequently asked questions. I believe that smell is you. It didn't happen. Not to me. Campus intruders, please not come in.
Education Minister Tarquin Foxbridge has once again stoked the fire between his department and the county's student unions, saying, "Tuition fees will rise and they must rise. I spend more on loafer wax than most students do on their entire education. It's just not fair." Thanks, Minister, for that much-needed, albeit clueless perspective.
It doesn't matter how desperate you are. No urinating on campus facilities. In bathroom. It's almost the end of the academic year, in case you hadn't noticed.
Lectures can, if done incorrectly, be quite boring. But here's our preview of a lecture that has students everywhere wide awake. Avant-garde academic and student darling Omar Figgins began his latest series of touring lectures this week. The early reviews are in for the talk entitled "What We Talk About When We Talk About What We Talk About." One student had this to say: "It was great. I barely understood any of it." So, you can imagine. Wow. Reserve your tickets for his visit to your campus today. You won't want to miss it.
The academic year is starting soon. Was there anything we wanted to do? academic year is over. Students must vacate the campus. You students should make a good first impression. No pressure. The timetable is not written in stone. Still, we're not changing it.
We all like a milkshake. But drinking too much milk can and will make you uncontrollably ill. Be safe and try to have very slightly less than that. This message is brought to you by the Milkmaid Corporation.
Announcement. Intruders on campus. Oh no. Students for general knowledge. Assistant needed in library.
finally the matter of grey meat. Yes, we contacted Health Inspector Henry Jobsworth, who sent us a very comprehensive 7,000-word report on the subject. Asked for a snappier response, more suitable for radio, he had this to say: if it's just turned grey, it might be okay. If it's been grey for a while, it's sure to be hostile. Well, if it rhymes, it's probably true.
Syllabus requesting new room. A new room for the syllabus. Would campus intruders please not come in? It's a bit drizzly outside. Please plan accordingly. Janitor needed in medical office. Assistant required in the student union. Requesting new room. A new room for the syllabus. room. A new room for the syllabus.
You're listening to Ricky Hawthorne on 2 Point Radio. Ricky Hawthorne on 2 Point Radio. Today I balance two hats jauntily on my one singular head. My regular disc jockeying hat is joined by my occasional chef hat. Yes, I'll be taking you all over 2 Point County as I recount my latest culinary travels when I set out to find the finest foods our great county has to offer. Just a hungry man and his hatchback. It's a tale as old as time.
The summer is a good time to relax and prepare for next year. The academic year is now over.
The culinary world is a lot like the real world. There are places, there are smells, there's a chance you'll get lost. After a series of wrong turns, now 60 miles off course, I was treated to the first food of my trip. A wondering puffed pastry and something I believe to be meat. The buttery sausage-style matter mingled playfully with hints of pine from my air freshener. It was unexpected. It was dangerous. It was cold in the middle.
Students are reminded to make requests, not demands. reminded that you don't have to ask to go to the toilet.
If you ask me, Hogsport boasts the finest milkshakes in 2 Point County. At the Oily Cormorant, they'll serve you a traditional malt in an old leather boot and throw in a salt and vinegar egg. You just cannot beat it. Milkshakes are a great tradition. They're in our blood. In fact, I once received medical attention after enjoying a few dozen shakes and was told that my blood was over 60% ice cream. How we laughed.
Janitor required in bathroom. Students should check in before trying to learn. Student requests are often heard, but not always listened to.
New from Smell My Cash. Being a student is hard enough. The least we could do is give you loads of money. Smell My Cash for students. Sure, you have to pay it back, but that's future you's problem.
Failing students might want to try something else. intruders, please not come in. Requesting assistant.
Ricky Hawthorne on 2 Point Radio. I'm a huge fan of Yeti cuisine. Yes, our neighbours to the north really know their way around a kitchen. From stews and pickles to 5-tiered sandwiches and, of course, their pies. Cold hands make the boldest pastry, after all, and it is freezing up there. You really must try it. It's the food of the people, and those people are Yetis.
Issues can interfere with your studies. Go to the nurse and get back to work. Students, eating rubbish are reminded that you are what you eat. Janitor is needed to collect litter.
I was famished when I arrived at the Royal Tumble Hotel. So much so that I took advantage of my kitchenette and feasted greedily on some toast. When I returned from a walk, I was stunned to find that all crumbage had been decrumbled. The bed was made and the toilet spotless. Every sign of life had been washed away. You've got to ask yourself, had I really been staying here? Indeed, do I exist at all? Lovely stuff.
Announcement. Intruders on campus. Oh no. Showering is technically but not socially optional. Janitor required in private tuition.
Difference is, one man's casual volleyball is another's world-shattering epiphany. The people of Smogley have been crusting and dusting their fish for as long as anyone can remember. But at the recently opened What's the Batter, they use a unique cheesy gubbin crumb. Ho 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 ho! I can safely say that it was the cheesiest fish this DJ had ever eaten. That's a winner.
It doesn't matter how desperate you are. No urinating on campus facilities. Provides healthcare for its students. Well, it should. janitor needed to unblock toilets. Lovely.
I hope you enjoyed today's show as much as I enjoyed my trip around this wonderful, mysterious county of ours. But for now, all of this talk about food has made me hungry. So I'm off to the fridge to take out the first thing I find and cover it in mayonnaise. Until next time, I've been Ricky Hawthorne. Cheers!
The summer break would be a convenient time for construction. Year is over. Students must vacate the campus. Is needed to collect litter. Janitor required in battleground. matter how desperate you are. No urinating on campus facilities. Students are reminded that the student lounge doesn't have to look like that. Janitor needed in medical office.
You're listening to Campus Radio. I'm Maggie Watmore, and I just learned what this button does. I'm not sure when I would use it, but I suppose it's good to know. One more time. Excellent.
Student requests are often heard, but not always listened to.
I can't read what this next segment is about because I've lost my glasses, but I am told that that's quite ironic. So yeah, here's Hugh.
Yes, it's not quite business as usual here at Duckworth Campus Food Court, where one of the servers has lost a contact lens. Unfortunately, they do believe the lens was lost during the preparation of a particularly big lasagna. They're asking every student to check their portion before they chew. But as of yet, no sight of the missing lens.
Janitor required in bathroom. Library requesting assistant. Would campus intruders please not come in? Attention, your finger is not a toothbrush.
Here's Wanda, who'll be telling us the coolest way to get around the county. Yes, the bus is the new hot way to travel. Have you been on the bus? Oh, it's amazing. They're like huge cars. I am obsessed. And you don't have to drive. You can look at the scenery, check your phone, you know, all the fun stuff you usually do while driving. But this way, it's much more safe.
The health clinic treats a range of injuries and embarrassing conditions. is a temple, and you wouldn't fill a temple with crisps. Showering is technically but not socially optional.
New to the Crumley student range. Fish in a box. We at Crumley have been serving fish to 2 Point County for over 10 years. It's a proud tradition, and now it's a tradition in a box. Easy to cook. Tasty to eat. You're not sure what it is, but it's definitely in a box. Just like Mama used to make.
Janitor needed to unblock toilets. Lovely. Are reminded that the rain isn't my fault. Thank you. Provides healthcare for its students. Well, it should. Intruders on campus, you know what to do. needed to unblock toilets. Lovely. Students asking for directions will be told lies instead.
That's all from us today at Campus Radio. As expected, there wasn't really a good opportunity to use that button during the show, so before we leave, I thought we'd have one more go. There you have it.
Despite the rumours, the campus grounds are not a toilet. Students are reminded that I don't know everything. I have a life too, you know. The joust is starting now. Huzzah! Showering is technically but not socially optional. Assistant needed in library. Janitor to collect litter. Sorry.
It's the Harrison Wolf Show, baby. All right. Hey, this is Harrison Wolf, and thanks for stopping by. Today, we're going to be talking about a subject that's near and dear to my heart. The one thing you need when things are getting hairy. You hear something funny outside, or you're just hiding from the milkman. That's right. Today, we're talking panic rooms.
Showering is technically but not socially optional. Announcement. Intruders on campus. Oh no.
Every good panic room starts with its supplies. Now some things are a must. Your crackers, your flashlight, your bottles of water, sure. But don't be afraid to show some personality. I, for one, keep a bowling ball in my panic room. I find it's the perfect place to practice.
Showering is technically but not socially optional. Staff are reminded that all their research belongs to the campus.
Now, when it comes to surveillance, I'm strictly an anti-camera kind of guy. My philosophy is, I can't see you, you can't see me. So I like to keep things as low-tech as possible. I'd recommend strategically placed strings attached to some bells. You hear a ring, and you got yourself a visitor. Of course, sometimes it's the doorbell, and you really do have a visitor. If you want to get real crafty, just leave a load of rakes in your yard. No one suspects a rake in the yard, but you'll hear the sucker when he steps on one and takes a handle to the chops. Ouch.
End of year is approaching. It's too late to start trying. End of year